more than 2 years ago that our next guest decided to try and change the world, per se. In the summer of 2011, 22-year-old Alyssa Singh, a lifelong Clovis resident and 2008 Clovis East graduate, well, she traveled to Nairobi, Kenya to work as a volunteer nursing student. Her heart was captured by the people she met and their individual stories, so she eventually started Imani Care International, a non-profit intended to improve the lives of slum dwellers in Kenya. We'd like to welcome to the show Alyssa Singh, who is now a nurse over at Children's Hospital.
Yes, I am.
Good for you. And she's also the executive director of Imani Care International. So welcome to the show. It's good to have you here, Alyssa. So you are the founder of Imani.
Yes.
Yes. So take us back to your first trip to Kenya, and what made you decide that you wanted to do this? I mean, what kinds of stories and people did you encounter there?
Well, I went back to Kenya to volunteer. I always knew I wanted to be a nurse, so I really wanted to get my hands dirty, literally, because I went to the slum. When I first went to the clinic that we work with now, my first experience was a woman giving birth. She had just had her baby, and I was told to come in and hold a flashlight because they didn't have electricity. So I held the flashlight, and this woman was bleeding after labor, and they were desperately trying to save her life. And that's when I knew this is the kind of people I want to work with in this environment.
Wasn't that scary for you? And these are the people that you kind of enlisted to help, right?
Yes.
So these are now the board members.
Yes, they're my right-hand men and women, and they are the reason Imani exists today.
Let's talk about some of the pictures that we're looking at right now that you sent over. Quite powerful pictures. This is where people live? These are the slums?
Yes. And you can see garbage everywhere, the standing water, and crowded conditions.
And that was a generator?
Yes.
So they do or do not have electricity, or sometimes they do, sometimes they don't?
Well, when I was there just recently in March, about 50% of the time the power was out. And this is because so many people are illegally tapping into the power lines that it just cannot provide enough electricity. So our current project, we just bought a generator for the clinic.
Fantastic.
So thanks to all of the support of local people.
Hold on one second. Okay, I wish they could have told me like 30 seconds ago. Did we know this 30 seconds ago? Oh, okay.
Going to meet some amazing people.
Credit Union, IQ, Fresno Coin Gallery, and the Fresno County Office of Education. Congratulations to Bud Elliott, winner of the prestigious Fresno County Farm Bureau Journalism Award for Excellence in Agriculture Reporting. The Valley depends on water for its crops. Bud's series on water impact is another example of KSEE24's commitment to bringing you news that matters.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Alyssa Singh has stuck around so we can continue our conversation about the nonprofit organization that she started when she went to the slums in Kenya and decided, hey, I need to do something about this. The healthcare there was horrendous, and we were looking at some of the pictures. For those people that are kind of just tuning in here, Alyssa, tell us a little bit about your foundation, Imani Care International.
Well, basically, I was appalled at the conditions in the slums, and for me, I'm a nurse, so I knew healthcare was where I could make a difference. So I didn't want to start something from nothing. I didn't want to go in and tell people how to do things. I knew there were capable people in Kenya, and I just wanted to find a way to partner with them and utilize the skills that they do have. So we partner with a health clinic called Amara Healthcare Center, and it's in Nairobi, Kenya.
Okay, and how does that partnership work? And how receptive were they to your offer to help?
Well, they were elated, to say the least. They probably would have preferred I just moved there and lived in Kenya. They constantly tell me that. But we partner with a couple, Peter and Francisca, and they run the clinic. I talk to Peter probably at least once a week, and we discuss the needs, we discuss updates, we exchange photos, and then we meet as a board and decide how to best spend the funding that we've raised.
But you also have to figure out how to raise that money, don't
Yes.
you? Is that part of what you do here?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of events do you hold? What kind of fundraisers? And how can people here in the Central Valley help you?
Well, we actually just celebrated our first year on Saturday, and we had a birthday party. So people came and got to see what we've done this year, and we're encouraged to donate in the coming year for our big drainage project is what we're focusing on. So we hold local events. We've had a Christmas party. We've done a rummage sale. We're currently selling T-shirts to raise money. So those are some of the things that we do.
So you do that alongside your full-time job as a nurse over at Children's Hospital?
Yes, I work the night shifts. I say by night I do Imani, by day, or by night I work at Children's, and by day Imani.
How much money do you think you've raised for the hospital over there, or the clinic? And what was that money used for? I mean, I don't know how much you can do within a year. That's a short period of time. But have you seen the difference already over there?
I think this first year was laying the foundation. I think the generator was a great milestone because
you got them the generator. Then we did see pictures of that generator.
Something tangible, something very practical for them. You know, if the power's going out every other day, and if we were able to provide a way for that not to happen, I mean, that's great. So I think in our first year we raised about $15,000, which is not bad for our first year. But, you know, this year we're dreaming big, and we'd love to be able to put in a drainage sewage system at the clinic. Right now the clinic just fills up with water when it rains. So it's a huge issue, and we'd really like to be able to help them in that area.
When the clinic fills up with water, because we saw some pictures of it flooded like that, what do they do?
They have to hire someone to come in and pump it out. So it's a big cost to them. And during the rainy season, you have torrential downpours on a fairly daily basis.
Tell us about some of the stories that you've seen over there. Like, you see these kids, and I got to tell you, they look pretty happy because they don't know anything else, do they? What kind of reception did you get from the kids, from the people? Obviously, they were happy that you were there, but can you tell us some of the stories that really moved you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a wonderful thing to be there because you see the humanity. I mean, the worst and the best of humanity. You see people just trying to make a living. Most people live on less than $1 a day in the slums, but you just see so much joy and pride and happiness, and it's just really encouraging. I had the opportunity to visit some patients who are bedridden in the slum. Most of them have tuberculosis and HIV/AIDS. And that's a picture, actually, of that. And I just got to sit there and talk to people, encourage them. And I remember one of the patients that just was smiling. He couldn't speak. He had had a stroke. And he just kept saying something in Swahili. And so I asked his wife what he was saying. And she said, oh, he's saying, I'm so happy the Mzungu came to see me. And Mzungu means white person. And, you know, for him, that changed his life. For me, you know, it took nothing to sit there. But for him, that someone would come halfway around the world and care about him sitting in his one room in the slum, that was life-changing.
Oh, what a great story, life-changing for you, I'm sure, as well as for him. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing your stories with us. And tell us where people can go. I know you have a Facebook page, and I know you have a website. Can people go to those places to donate funds if they need to? And I'm sure that anything will be good.
Yeah, on our website, you can go to the Contact Us section and share your contact information, and I can contact you directly about donating. Also, also on our Facebook page, if you're interested in purchasing a T-shirt, we're doing that through the end of July. You can find the link there and purchase that online.
So Facebook.com/Imani Care International, and your website is
ImaniCare.org.
ImaniCare.org. Imani, I-M-A-N-I care.org.
Yes.
To find out more information about the great things that Alyssa is doing. Thank you so much. Oh, and thank your dad for writing me that email to get you on the show. I thought that was so great. He's so proud of you, by the way. All right, Alyssa.
Thank you so
Congratulations to you for doing such wonderful things. Still more to come here on Central Valley today, so grab your running shoes.